Brother Ron, and welcome to We All Be News Radio and TV, the news-free Dixie for the 21st century.
How y'all doing right now? You hear feedback? Oh man.
Now, do you hear feedback?
Check 1 2 2. Okay. I hear a little bit of I'm just gonna go through it. I hear a little bit of it. I don't know what that's about.
You gotta know, cause I know when I had you on one time, I thought I heard some feedback, and I had another I guess tab open with my StreamYard, so I was in that double time in the studio with twins, like Gemini Man, like Will Smith. It was two of me. Yeah. So I was hearing all this reverberation and stuff, or audio stuff in my headset. So that's why I was talking weird, like I just came from the dentist when I was talking all weird, like I was doing a public speech, like I just came from the dentist or whatever. They had this stuff in my mouth. That's what was going on. So I had to close that window out. So like I said, it's always something.
Yeah. I don't know what that's about. I mean, it's manageable, so I can go with it. So how y'all doing today? We got Brother Ron from We All Be TV as a guest today, and we'll be talking about all sorts of subjects. But you know, one of my favorite is toxic femininity. We have to get rid of it right now because it is taking over the world. And yeah, so Brother Ron, how you doing today?
Man, I'm blessed and highly elevating. How you doing today, sir?
Doing good. First, I want to start out. I'm going to share the screen here and show an article. So give me 1 second here.
Yes, sir.
Let's see. Where are we at? Okay. It's not allowing. Okay.
Sometimes it does that too. I learned that too. You got to first you don't succeed, try again. I've been learning a lot of stuff over the weekend.
You know what it is? I have Chrome, and then I have this not Firefox, the Google whatever, and it's not allowing me to open that on here because it only wants one thing.
I got you.
See here. I'm making this super ghetto right now.
I mean, yeah, well, but look at CNN, the A.L.L tech difficulties, all these so-called big time places with resources. Right. Maybe that's by design. It's MK Ultra type of condition. I don't know.
Okay.
I think everything's a sound, be honest with you.
I'm definitely with that. I am definitely with that. All right, so it should come up. Let me see. Share. All right.
There you go.
This is one of the articles I read. In today we have people talking about toxic masculinity and all this kind of stuff and how men are the downfall. We're the enemy of the state, if you will. But if you study toxic femininity and what its movement is about, it's not a good thing at all. All I'm preaching is a pure balance between men and women, and that's what we need to do. And this is a good article to look at and read to talk about this. And let me get this off, put this back on there. So yeah, brother Ron, what's your take on toxic femininity?
Well, it needs to be dealt with. You know what I'm saying? We need hazmat suits on when we deal with people that have been affected by toxic femininity, because it's not healthy for the black family unit. It's not healthy for male and female relationships. It's not healthy at all. I do not approve of toxic femininity.
Yes, and in European feminism, they had the first wave, the second wave, the third wave, and so forth and so on. And I look at what it's doing to women in general, and if a woman goes for that movement, she really is choosing her own suicide and to jump off the bridge each time. And this movement was meant to break families down, especially black families.
Yes.
And it hit us the hardest. And when the Europeans give us these roles and these movements and these psyops, like you just said, we take them and we just, we take it to a whole nother bad or good level. We took it to another bad level. And I look at the condition of the millennial women, no matter what class they're in, middle class, upper class, lower class, they're in bad shape. They're in very bad shape, not because of what men have done, but their choices of women. I mean, the choices women have made upon themselves. And somebody said something on some podcast I listened to. It's like when you give I just don't want to say women, but when you give somebody too many choices,
Yes.
they become batshit crazy. And we've given women too many choices and power, and we've made the men or boys the women, and we made the women the men.
That was people say that, especially like you give example, black woman is God. I don't agree with that. Because what are the men then? What is a black man? Dutiful servant. I mean, worshiper. What Because we had this conversation a little bit yesterday on the show on We All Be TV on my platform, and everybody was not in agreement with some of the people. A certain person, like this worshiping of women. And we talked about a little bit about the restaurant situation with Truth Restaurant down there in Houston. I mean Dallas, about the women and the twerking and stuff and out of control nature of some of our women. Because my thing is people know what they're doing a lot of times, and they don't want to be held accountable for it. I remember I talked to some women that told me things like one woman said if a man didn't hit her, that mean he didn't love her, and she came from a decent background and seeing her daddy was a fire chief at a fire station and whatnot. But I mean, evidently, maybe she saw that abuse in the home growing up, and she thought that if a man didn't hit her or fight her, that he didn't love her. Then I remember talking to some women. They say, "Well, Ron, I get wasted before I have sex because I don't want to remember the encounter." If that make any sense. Like they like to get wasted so they can let somebody take advantage of them per se. But really, she made a choice to allow a person to do what they will with her body. She gave the consent when she didn't want to be in control. Like she said, "I give up the control over my discipline, over my body, over my so-called sovereignty of my body." So I mean, like we got a society where we don't want to hold women accountable, or people or women think they shouldn't be held accountable for whatever they do or say or whatever. But it's out of balance, and now it's time to bring it back to the middle.
Yes, definitely. And I look at these men of today that are in Chicago or in Memphis, that are in
Mm-hmm.
Dallas, in the lower class or whatever, and that are killing each other. And they're nothing but the embodiment of what black women are. And what I'm saying is the lower class, the lower value, the lower chakra. And this is why these Negroes can shoot each other, kill each other, and do all these devious things. But if you say, "Hey, let's go meet in a boxing ring. Let's go talk it out. Let's go do this," they don't want to do it. They want to cuss at each other. They want to argue online and say, "I'm gonna do this to you on Instagram" and all this kind of stuff. But that's a lower female nature type of action and movement. And this is what our men, our millennial men, my age group and younger, have become. We've become women or black women. And a lot of them don't even like black men either. So really what they're doing is they're raising these black boys as what they want to be, or how they want to live their life to get rid of what they don't like, is what I'm saying, if that makes sense. So I see a whole lot of chaos. I see, like you said, brother Ron, it's very off balance. Um and we've just become over feminized. We really have become over feminized. I'm not saying we got to be cavemen, we got to dinner down, but it gets to a point where you have to damn near just be anti-feminine. And what I mean is by that, the anti-European feminism and all that kind of stuff. We have to delete all that. We have to delete all those rights, those movements, those sayings, how they think, what they do. And if I was president, this is what I would do. Number one, I've always talked
Mm-hmm.
about this. I would start with the schools. Little boys and girls would not be in schools together. We could, because we don't even know how to be boys. We don't know how to be girls. So at an early age, they would not be together in your schools. Only time they would get together is when they go to college. We would have little ball dances. We would have little dinner get-togethers. We would have how to talk to each other. But anything before college, we would not be in the same schools. Everything would be all boys, all girls, because we got to start this shit over again. This shit is bad.
I definitely hear what you're saying. And you said president. And I was thinking about the alleged president-elect Joe Biden, and I'm looking at his cabinet. It's just too much estrogen. It's just weird. At the top levels of government, you got all this estrogen running around unchecked. Like you even look at Congress. I mean, Nancy Pelosi, AOC. It's just too much rah rah rah. And a lot of women don't trust other women. A lot of women don't like women bosses of women leaders. And it's not just me. So, though I'm saying it's kind of hard. I mean, women are the first teacher of the child. If your women are not disciplined, they're not educated, then you get a society that looks kind of like this, especially in the Black community. The women have done a great job of destroying the Black family in terms of the matriarchy model. There's no patriarchy. Men are not allowed to be men in so-called Black society, or men don't want the role. They want to be males because they don't want the responsibility or obligation. But this is, like you said, a byproduct of single parent household. That's actually endorsed by the system to have the Black family at this point right now, because we're easy to control and manipulate at this point, because something about man energy. Like, you look at Cori Bush. I don't know her personally, the sister who was elected to Congress from Ferguson, from state of Missouri. I mean, think about the leadership they could have had. Like, they allow her to flourish and to excel, but they kill somebody like Darren King D. Seals. They killed this brother who was definitely an alpha hetero male, who very was much outspoken and stood in his community, but he was not allowed to mature to reach his prime. This man was shot up and burned up in his car at the age of 29. This happened 4 years ago. And for people not to even say his name now, it's sad, because he put himself on the line for justice for Black people. Grassroots organizer at the grassroots level. He was the cat that was warning us about Black Lives Matter LLC. Darren King D. Seals. I try to say his name as much as I can. Even we coming up upon the anniversary of the death of my friend Marcus Jones. A lot of people don't even remember the Gen 6 movement that happened back in 2007. The Gen 6 movement. Marcus Jones was from Gina, Louisiana. He is the father of Michael Bell, the only member of the Gen 6 to face any jail time. He ended up graduating from Southern University with honors, but his father was not with the mom. He was living in Dallas. He heard what happened to his son. If people are not familiar with Gina 6, it basically happened in Gina High School. Allegedly had this whites only tree that only white folks could sit under. And some of the Black folks started sitting on the tree. There had several incidents of racial disturbances at the school and in the community of Gina, which culminated in them these Black boys, 6 Black boys. They were not men, they're boys, right? They still teenagers, because we always want to call our boys men. Like, Tamir Rice was a boy. He was not a man when he got shot by the police without any provocation or warning. So these were boys, right? And they jumped this white boy. There were a couple of incidents that happened. Like, you had some white boys pull out guns on the Black boys and all this stuff. But I guess the white boy said something he shouldn't have said, and they beat him up real bad. But they wanted to treat these guys like men and put them in prison, under the prison. So that was the big, huge outcry on Gen 6 thing. 6 Black boys, they trying to throw the book at these Black boys, put them in prison forever. So, this is like right at the early stages of social media as we know it. Like MySpace, Facebook. Actually, the We All Be TV platform was one of the first people in the country to actually interview the parents, the activists, and people involved in the Gen 6 movement. So I got close to Marcus Jones, the father of Michael Bell, very much an alpha man, hetero, red blood alpha male. But what they did, they tried. It was the mainstream media, even the Black media, was used to try to destroy this man's credibility and his character, and they used Black women to do it. Not only they used Black radio, they also used Black women to try to undermine this man's character, because he was too much of a man. He stood for something. He came back to Gina to fight for his son, and unfortunately, he's the reason why. He's the reason why I did reach out to Dick Gregory. So you gotta thank that brother for even giving me the inspiration and say, look, man, here's his number. Go reach out to Baba Dick, or Dick Gregory at the time. But here's the thing: this man was always helping people, especially the Black people. But they used that to destroy him, and that was back in 2007, 2008. But he got killed this month back in 2014, I believe. He was trying to help feed some homeless people near his hometown. He was riding in the back of his friend's pickup truck on the highway. Somehow he fell out the highway, got ran over by a car. That's back in 2014. So brothers like him and King D, they don't stay around for long. We don't know how to respect a strong Black male presence in our community. There's a reason why a lot of strong Black males were killed during the movement. You look at Fred Hampton, they killed him at 21, right? We just observed his anniversary on December 4th. You think about even this month with Otis Redding. Sam Cooke. Both of these men were trying to gain control of their publishing, their masters. Sam Cooke, he thought he owned his stuff. They found him dead in a hotel in Watts under questionable circumstances. They call it justifiable homicide, which is interesting because had he died under those circumstances, he would have been another Me Too predator, allegedly, instead of a beloved character. Because everybody knew he didn't try to rape no prostitute. There was no need for that. And there's a lot of fishy business, but the court or the jury inquest ruled it a justifiable homicide. Otis Redding was just 26 when he died. He looked like he was 40 years old, but he was an old soul. But he was a astute businessman. He owned all his publishing when he died. He got the big old ranch down outside of Macon, Georgia, where he's buried at. But Otis Redding was the cat that wrote Respect, that Aretha Franklin made her anthem. He recorded it first. He wrote it on Dock of the Bay. So I'm saying this black man gave a black woman a platform. He gave her, she blessed the song. But it was a black man that wrote that song, who was a forward-thinking black man. But as soon as he tried to get in control of his music and his destiny, they take him out on this airplane. Sam Cooke got taken out. So I'm saying, you look at examples in this system, anytime black men try to rise up on some righteous stuff and be a man, he's a threat to the system. So that's why they want to keep us in the dress. That's why they want to keep our women on our necks. Ain't always the police officer that doing it. It's our women a lot of times that put their foot on our necks or their knees on our necks. They refuse for us to rise up. It's our women that are betraying us in Planned Parenthood's facilities. I know they talk about what about the man that drive to the clinic where he's a male. He's not really a man. He's a boy. He's in a state of arrested development because a man, he will accept responsibility for raising that child and taking care of that woman and providing for that woman. But these women want you to feel sorry for them when they choose these males. They act like their best friend. I like females. They like females with penises. I mean, and they raised them. Like you said, they raised them. So we got to call it for what it is, man. And, people, well, it's not all black women, but this is a wake-up call. It's a wake-up call because I'm a man. I'm not going to lower myself to be in a relationship with anybody and be less of who I am. You got to accept me as I am. Just like you want me to accept you at your worst and at your best, you got to accept me at my worst and best. It got to go both ways. It got to be reciprocal. So now we are in a crisis time for black males. How we lack a rites of passage, to really become men. It's time for us to rise up, and then the older men have failed the younger men, or the older males have failed the younger males. They MIA, but I can understand why they MIA a lot of times. I can understand that. People want to blame why the father didn't stick around. Maybe he wasn't the father type. Why did the mother decide to have sex with this man or male and produce these kids? Like these women, like they want, like brothers like you and I, we don't have any children. Not that I know of, I don't have any children. So you know how women do. Somebody come to you 18 years later, look kind of like you, said, act like you, said, who are you? That's what women be doing that stuff. Women would leave, right? And go move to another city or even country, not tell you got kids about. That's what women do. And I don't care what nobody say about that. But what I'm saying is, like, you chose to give this guy the best of you. If heaven is between the black woman's legs, you allow the devil to live there with impunity. You allow the devil to live in your heaven without any type of responsibilities, accountabilities. So is it a devil fault for being a devil? That's his nature. You allow them into your gates. So black women bring all this stuff on them. I'm not saying all black women. I'm talking about black women. I'm dealing with black women, my sisters that I love. I'm not dealing with Becky or Karen. I'm dealing with the sisters I'm trying to work it out with. All right? Listen to what I'm saying. Y'all allow these clowns to drop their seeds in your field. And you don't like the crop that is produced from your field. You chose this guy. You allow Monsanto to come plant their Frankie seeds inside your field. Dang. And you mad at the result of the quality of the fruit that you bear. It is what it is. It is what it is. So we got a lot of that running around. So the women got to learn some self-respect, some value. And then men, what we got to do, we got to start setting some standards. We got to start putting in, because women do want a man women will submit to a man and know what the hell he's about. So a lot of us got to get our mind right as well, too. But women must stop rewarding males that don't deserve to enter their heaven. I'm sorry, I ain't mean to talk so long, but yeah, I just
No, it's hot fire. There's bars right there. It's like bars.
I have some women call me or DM me,
Yeah.
brother Ryan, you just throwing the scissors. I said, it's funny how it's not even about the message, it's about the messengers.
Right.
You know, like the truth guy. And people say, well, you know, he shouldn't talk to grown people like that. Well, they shouldn't stop acting like children.
Right.
Stop acting like a child and you get respected like a person. And then his business it boomed after that.
Good.
You know, people say, I didn't like the way he talked. I said, well, that's what people do, right? I was cursed out for Dick Gregory for most of the 6 years I knew him. Cursing me out, right? Then he'll say something like House of Family. It's like that's that drill sergeant thing. So he'll get me ready for what is going on now. You got to have a thicker skin.
Right.
Just like on the show yesterday, some of our guests were distracted by what people were saying in the chat room. I don't give a damn about what they say. They don't pay my bills. They don't suck my, you know. You know what I'm saying? So I don't care about what they got to say. It is not even important, but they focus on, look what they saying. I don't give a damn. I'm glad they're watching. That's more views for me, more exposure for me. Your haters are your fans.
Right.
Stop acting like that's a woman thing. Worry about what everybody think about you and if they like you or not. That's a woman thing. That's a feminine thing. If you're a man, be a caveman. I don't mind being a caveman. I don't. I like living by myself. This is my cave right here. It's like if I got married, man. If I had a 5,000 square foot home, I just want a man cave, like a Batman cave. I just want something high tech, studio, whatever. I can do my show, do my art, and then we can have sex whenever and eat dinner. But I just want to go back to my cave. You can have the rest of the house, baby. This is yours. I just want my cave. We can screw. We can eat. I can eat you out. It don't make a difference, and then go about our business.
Yeah.
That's what I like. I don't have to help. See, I want to have her space. She have all the space she wants. Just give me my space.
Right.
And then we come together when we need to come together. You know, Dick Gregory had an unusual relationship, right? Last for almost 60 years. His woman lived in Massachusetts. Lil, she just had her birthday not too long ago, November 24th. Shout out to that beautiful black woman. And he lived in D.C. for most of the time. But they'll get together for anniversaries and birthdays and stuff like that and special events. But they live far apart. Sometimes it's best to be like that.
Damn. It looks like that's the case, because I mean, I what you just said there is some real talk. You know, they might say, "Oh, you're sexist," or "You're chauvinist pig," or
I don't care. I'm a man.
Right.
I'm not a boy. I'm not a woman.
Right.
That's how men should think.
Yeah, right. And he goes, "Oh, he just, I can't believe he said that. You're only using a woman for her body." And you know, they'll flip it and say some crazy shit. You know, just like the dude in Dallas. You know. And I'm glad his business is booming and doing well, because it should. It should, because
and probably women, because he said most of his audience, right? Most of the customers, 75% women. Just like in church, women like that. You see, they like a man to tell them what to do. A lot of women like being pimped.
Facts.
See, it ain't the pimp that's in control, it's the woman. What the dude said in the Mac, your bitch chose me.
Right.
It's the women that choose. That she choose a suitor and the guy who's gonna put the seed in her field. Women got the choice. Women got the power.
Right.
So when that dude said what he said, it responded to them like they was responding to twerk songs or that music. Women like a man telling them what to do.
Right.
Real women, anyway.
Right. Right. And like you said, they'll submit when a man is a man and he has his movement and individuality and all that kind of stuff.
Got his stuff together. Yeah.
That's right.
And it only get better for us as we get older, though.
Right, because they hit that wall.
Got to take care of. We get older, it get better for men.
They hit that wall, because I don't know if you follow or know about Kevin Samuels, but
I know about Kevin. I have to tell you, I love that brother, man. But most of his audience, I bet, is women though. It's women be calling in. I bet it's mostly women listeners.
Right.
But go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No. It was just he does it in a way where they can't deny him. He's not cussing them out. He's not saying you bitches. You know, he's not. He's very professional. He's breaking it down in a different manner that they're not used to, and that throws them off. You know what I mean? And what I'm saying is, like, this video that went around the internet that he was talking to some 35-year-old.
I saw that yesterday. That was crazy, man.
Black woman, and they're going in on him, but he's getting views, he's getting exposure more. You know, to
he told the truth on him, man. Why would a guy want to settle for something like that? You a mistake.
Right.
You a pothole in the street.
Right.
Got these nice rims. I hit you. I'm fucked up.
Right. And it's like us. You know, we're young. Like, let's take me. I'm a young boy, middle school or high school, college, and I want to get a girl. Let's say I'm a 10, but the other girls are 20, and I
Right.
want to get with her. She gonna say, "Well, you don't look the part to what I like, or you don't fit the bill or the money or whatever." And then we put it on the woman's side. It's
Yeah.
not fair. It's ignorant. We you know, all this kind of shit. It's like y'all want balance and you want equalism, if that's a word. But when we give it to you, you can't handle it. And it's just, you know, we've been gaslighted by women. We've been gaslighted, we've been fooled. And if you want to talk about this community or so-called black women, that's the first white supremacist. I'm not worried about the goddamn white woman or white man. If you get past the big boss like that motherfucker in the Mario game, you get past, because I see Bowser is a fucking black woman now. You get past her or it, then you got to deal with the real white supremacy. But that's the first white supremacy you got to deal with.
Yep, they the gatekeepers, man.
Yeah, yeah, and I people need to say it. And what I like what you're doing, Brother Ron, is you're being what a masculine male is supposed to be. You're not going, oh damn, I got 100,000 followers, I'm not gonna do this because maybe all my subscribers are women. You're saying what needs to be said, but a lot of Negroes, a lot of men ain't gonna do that because it might sacrifice their money, their subscribers, their popularity or whatever. But the time is now, because for the next generations to come, I mean, not only are they saying it's gonna be a matriarchy in full, but if that happens, especially how toxic they are, humanity is done. It's done. It's done. Because if you combine the LBGT, you combine the toxic matriarchy and all that kind of stuff, we're not gonna be shit. We're gonna be done. Everybody's gonna be just crazy like we're now. But I just imagine if you take the women that really, really hate men and you put them, you get all Supreme Court judges that are women, you get all of them as politicians, you get all of them as whatever, working in the FBI, you know, whatever it may be. Just imagine how dangerous that would be. Imagine that.
Well, it's happening. Look at it. If Biden becomes president, look at his cabinet. That's what I'm talking about. It's out of order, man. That's too much estrogen at the top.
Right.
It's too much, man. Like even in Congress, man, look at nothing can get done. Mitch McConnell, but also look at on the Democratic side, who's really the leaders of the party. Nothing's getting done with a stalemate. So this is not beneficial to the American people at all, having women in these positions. But like, you know, you talk about black women, a lot of problems I'm having right now are dealing with black women in gatekeeping positions. Whether it be my housing situation, black women screw me over. Whether it be with the IRS, black women. Whether it be at the grocery stores, black women going, you know, just being disrespectful, dealing with them. And then like it's funny, some black women got multiple personality disorder. They talk bad to you, don't even know you. Then a white person come in, oh hi sir, how you doing? Voice change and everything. What you want, nigga? You hold on my line. You can't find your credit card, you get the hell out the line. No, I don't even know you like that, sister. Why you talking to me? Why you bringing that type of energy to me? Or then you try to acknowledge the sister. They don't say nothing to you. They'll keep it moving. But then they get mad because women love attention. Women in general love attention. They want to be seen and noticed. When you acknowledge a lot of these people, they don't want to acknowledge you. We want to be respected too. Respect is a two-way street. But now the sisters are, they say, one of the most educated people in the country. Educational indoctrinated people in the country. I would say black women as a group are some of the most indoctrinated people in the country. Look at somebody, Tamika Mallory. She put gender over race. How are you a black leader when you don't believe in putting black people first?
Right.
As a whole, it's not a black woman race or a black man race or a black child race. It's a black people as a race, so-called black people. Let's say it like that. Because we really had some power, we created a land called black land. So we get some sovereignty. Where's black land at on the map?
Right.
Or black or more like, I don't know. Hell, see, that's why you know we're not in control of the driver's wheel. We're still driving Miss Daisy. We're driving, but we're not driving for ourselves. We have no point we want to get to on the map. No point of destination.
Right.
Don't even understand where we were driving from to begin with. Lack of self-awareness, lack of knowledge of self. But the women got to be called out, man. And
Yeah.
what we doing, we giving other women the power to call out women that are out of order. We giving other sisters the power who got their right mind. Because it's funny, I am losing subscribers, which is interesting. Like the shows are popular about losing subscribers, which is funny. But I don't care at that point because I don't trust the numbers, man.
Right.
I don't trust what I see on YouTube and Facebook. I don't know if the numbers are real or not because, like, I get voicemail, I get emails, I get texts, all this stuff, letters from women that like the stuff that we're talking about, like right now. These are black women. They seen the error of their ways a lot of times. They were bamboozled, led astray. Now they had their road to Damascus moment, and now they waking up. And now, I mean, these women, some of these women have grown children, little children, but we could save these sisters. Our people are very much savable, but we gotta understand that we cannot keep on allowing this type of behavior, toxic femininity. Ain't nothing good about feminism as it relates to black people. You can't tell me no point in history where feminism has benefited the black woman or the black community or the black people as a whole, so-called black people. You can't name me one point. It's like asking a black person, name me one thing the Democrats did to deserve almost our 100% loyalty to that party. Name something they did to benefit black people. You can't name it. And even Republicans, whatever, but Democrats in particular. What is this loyalty? Like you look at even the rising political stars in the Democratic Party are women of color. Where are the black men at? They celebrating Stacey Abrams. I don't know Stacey like that, but where's her family? Where's her man? Where's her children?
Right.
How can she represent the interests of black people when she putting illegals before blacks?
Facts.
She probably did win Georgia, but guess what? It is what it is. Why the Democratic Party didn't fight for her 2 years ago when she ran for governor? But then I saw what she was doing. She was giving all this stuff to people that weren't even citizens of this country, offering them scholarships and stuff. I mean, what about the black folks that been here before this country was what it is today? Before this was a so-called the American Republic, we was already here. What about those black folks that are part of the land? What have you done for them? Why are we not a protected class like the LGBTQ and the illegal immigrants? Why are we not a protected class?
Yeah, well, but the thing is to rid all masculinity, especially get rid of a black men, especially get rid of them. I think you might have said this, brother Ron, and correct me if I'm wrong, but it's like the only real minority right now is the straight black male. You know what I mean? That's the
It looks like
wolf.
it. Yeah.
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 I wanted to share another article up here, and it's an older article, but it's something that needs to be talked about too. Let me see here. Let me get this. Let's see where's this thing at. All right, share that. So it says Spelman picks fitness over sports. Now this is November 1st, 2012. This is older, but it's gotten worse. I don't know if you knew about this. You probably did, brother Ron. But basically,
I'm learning. Go ahead, teach me.
Okay, it's Spelman College, a historically black women's college in Atlanta, with a far from big time NCAA athletics program, announced how it plans to return the old model. School said it would use the nearly $1 million that has been dedicated to its intercollegiate sports program, serving just 4% of students for campus-wide health and fitness program benefiting all 2,100 students. So basically what it's saying is they're suspending that athletic program because the women coming there, the girls coming there are too fat and out of shape, and they're just in horrible condition. And it said, she said a campus analysis found that almost 1 out of every 2 students has high blood pressure and type 2 diabetes and is obese. So we fast forward to 2020 now. I'm gonna take this screen share off here. We fast forward to 2020 now, and the health of our women and what they're going through, and now it's cool to be fat and have that big ass, and you know what I'm saying, all that stuff now.
Yeah.
The condition is even worse. So, and then when I go, I'm gonna be real. This is gonna sound harsh to people. But when I go to these gyms, I don't see black women. When I'm outside, I don't see them. I see them in the hair salons. I see them getting that weave. I see them getting the food and all that. But I don't see them outside. I don't see them in the gyms or nothing like that. And we can look. We can look, especially the state of Mississippi. We can see how fat they are down there. But yeah, let's talk about that. Our health, and it's unhealthy. A lot of unhealthy men too. But I'm talking about black women. that article right there is a wake up call. That was 2012.
That was 8 years ago. It's very prophetic. They can play
Yeah.
football now. A lot of women now.
Right.
I mean, forget about that Sarah Fuller. Like you got them as linebackers now.
Right. Yeah, it's because I when I read that and heard about that, and I thought you didn't know about that, but it's bad. And I mean, if we don't accept a woman's body, now it's like, okay, you're body shaming them now. If you say you're too fat, and Kevin Samuels was talking about this, and other people, it's like, what else does a black man have to accept? I got to accept that you're 300 pounds. I got to accept that you're loud and angry and ghetto and niggerish, and you got that weave, Asian, East Indian, Brazilian weave on that costs $1,100,000, but your house about this damn big, but your weave is down to your fucking back. That's probably off a dead body, because a lot of article came out of that. A lot of them weaves come off dead people or dead women. And then what they do too, they cut the women, the hair off these little young girls in East India, and force them to get their hair off, and now they wearing it, and they charge $500, $600, whatever. And my thing is, if they really, really, really want to wear this weave, why don't they own it? They put billions of dollars in this shit, but they don't want to own it. They go to these Asian. What are you gonna say?
No, I was saying Minister Farrakhan was trying to organize black people to organize control the distribution of the beauty industry.
Right.
And he got, and people got afraid, because the other folks were well organized. And basically the black people that agreed to help Minister Farrakhan were trying to get us in control of the beauty supply industry. They backed down. People like John H. Johnson, the founder of Jet and Ebony, they were threatened because these folks are well organized. Look at our history. Every time we try to organize, what they do to us. They massacre us. Think about Black Wall Street, which next year will be the centennial of what happened in Tulsa. Think about Rosewood. Think about Wilmington, North Carolina, 1898. Anytime black folks try to organize in the system, we're a threat to the system. But we should be willing to fight and even die for our own self-interest. But we die for everybody else's self-interest. Even with the obesity situation, a lot of people think that type 2 diabetes, all this stuff, and high blood pressure is hereditary, but it's a killing machine. This machine makes money off our misery and off our deaths. It profits from our death. You look at the food we eat, what they put in the food is not really food product. It's not food. Why we gotta have high fructose corn syrup and everything? Right. And why we gotta have things that you put in streets? I remember reading an article where they said they found some stuff in Subway bread that they used to make streets or stuff, or mix asphalt or something like that. I don't know. But it's like, why are we eating this stuff? You know what I'm saying? Right. Why are we allowing them to do this to us? Like McDonald's ain't good. Some people eat McDonald's every day. I know a sister, she's a young sister in her 20s. She eats McDonald's every day. And she's skinny, but her son is morbidly obese. He's young. Right. But she feeds him nothing but McDonald's every day because that's all she eats every day.
Damn.
And she's the mother, the nurturer, the first teacher of the child.
Right.
She's doing this to her black son and not maybe realizing, but she's skinny and stuff, but they don't mean nothing. A lot of folks small and got all type of health ailments.
Right.
I mean, she's young right now, but I'm saying she's the mother. She's responsible for the care and well-being of their child. But she feed their child McDonald's every day like she eat it.
Right.
And she went to the doctor. The doctor told her he didn't lose weight, but hey, whatever.
Right.
But I'm saying you got this is what then I go to gym. I got to get my weight down, whatever. But I do see some women, some black women in there that do care about their figure. Then I see some bigger ones. They got the message. They got a wake up call. So they trying to work it out. We'll see how long that lasts. But I do enjoy my views in the gym. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but black women used to be the envy of the world when it came to beauty. That used to be the black American woman, the standard. I remember you used to read Jet magazine. My favorite part of Jet magazine was the beauty of the week. Right. And a lot of them came out of DMV area, DC, Maryland, Virginia. Some gorgeous sisters of all shades and hues and stuff like that. But now, you got Lizzo. Like I said, ain't over till Lizzo twerk. Forget it ain't over to the fat lady scene. It ain't over until Lizzo twerks. When you see Lizzo twerking, that's when everything ends. Right. But I'm saying but then she want her brothers all in shape, washboard stomach and stuff, but she could be all out of shape. That's a man's thinking, right? Right. Because men with power think like that. You don't have to be the most attractive thing. Like Henry Kissinger said, who's obese and almost 100 years old. I don't think that's really him. He said, power is an aphrodisiac. Right. Power is an aphrodisiac. So as a man, if you get your stuff together, you could be a high value man late in life, and your plumbing don't work, but because you got resources and stuff like that, women still would dig you, younger women. Because a lot of women, they want security.
Right.
But security is not real though. That's the thing. Because
Right.
anything could change at any given moment. 2020 taught us that. But I'm saying they want a man that can secure them, that can provide for them. So if I'm doing all this securing and providing, give me what I want.
Right.
And now it's time for us as black men to be honest. We don't want no woman that's trying to out eat us at the goddamn table.
Right.
I don't want you try to get a triple hamburger and I'm trying to get triple hamburger. I don't want you to get that.
Right.
Neither one of us should be eating triple hamburger, but hell, I need somebody to take care of me. I mean, because don't the man supposed to die before the woman? You know what I'm saying? Damn, you want to do the same suicide stuff that I'm doing? Know what I'm saying? But we gotta be honest about that. We're not honest. Now, I like women of all type of shape and sizes, but it's the way you carry yourself. Don't be sloppy fat.
I can't do the fat ghetto Laquita, Buita, Shaniqua, whatever the hell they call them, that crazy ass. I can't do it. And
You honest about it. You telling them the truth. Like you speaking your truth.
Yeah.
And you should be shamed for speaking your truth.
Right. But I
don't mind no Jill Scott woman every now and then. That's okay, but go ahead.
Jill Scott. I mean, maybe when
there's a way if you voluptuous, like you got some big girls that got curved, but there's some big girls that's like bare built.
Right.
I'm talking about you got some big women. I ain't talking about big. I ain't talking about. I'm talking about they shapely, voluptuous,
right,
and they feminine. I know some women like that, and I know some small women that got no ass or titties, but they got great personality.
Right.
See, like the personality makes it different, but also, I mean, some things you can't control, some things you can't control, but keep it under control. The things you can.
Right, and personality and femininity is key. They can have the best body, worst body, but if they're missing those two things, if they want to date or find a husband, and they don't have that, they ain't gonna be shit. And that's what we're saying. I might be saying it too harsh for people, not, and I'm kind of cutting back. I mean, I get to a point where I just want to go back to my old self and just do me. And I have.
You should always do you. You should never apologize because everything ain't for everybody.
Right.
Just because all you can eat buffet don't mean you're gonna eat everything at the buffet. Some people try. But everything ain't for everybody. And you shouldn't apologize for that. Because like my thing, they don't apologize for being rude and disrespectful to you. No. Some of these women, so you shouldn't apologize for being honest and direct with them.
Right.
I have women call me and say, well, brother Ron, you show I said, and I'm not really harsh, man. I love my mama. I love my sister. I love my aunt, but enough is enough.
Right.
I'm a man. I'm not supposed to act like them or be afraid of my own women. Why are black men afraid? But the problem a lot of black males is that they women are the providers. They live with their woman. They shacking up with the woman. You moving in with the woman. That's ridiculous. You'll never be respected as a man when you gotta live under your woman. You just another child to her. You just a baby boy. You're not the real McCoy. You're a baby boy. You a baby boy nigga. At 51 years old. Never been a man. Always been a male. Always been disrespected. You got a lot of these older brothers like that. So you thought I was talking about the younger brother. I know a lot of older brothers like that. Always living with a woman that's not his mama.
Yeah, that's
playing PlayStation all damn day.
Yeah, I stopped playing video
games in their 50s, man. In their 50s. They ain't knocking nobody that plays video games, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Eating Pop-Tarts from the kids. Right. Stealing their goddamn Lunchables and shit.
Right. Yeah, I stopped playing video games in 8th grade, not because I thought it was not cool or whatever. Just, we were outside. I like wrestling, I like playing my drums. I was doing that. I was activating the mind, being outside, but all day doing this, and there's women out there for you to get or something. I don't get that, move. But you made a good point. You said, a lot of black women are afraid of black women, and that's key too.
Doing black men or black males, afraid of black. They are.
Because you look at white men in comparison to how they treat their women or how they stand up or how they respect. They're not scared of them. And that's why they make it too. They go their own way. That's why the white woman's trying to be like them and get their power source and all that. And they're slowly getting it. But I'm just saying, like, we are scared shitless of our women. That's why we can't talk like this. That's why we always got to say, and I want to even stop saying this. Not all. When I say this, I am saying all. Because if it wasn't all, I wouldn't be this frustrated. The divorce rate wouldn't be as fucked up. The millennials in their relationships won't be as messed up. So Brother Ron ain't saying this, but I'm saying all. But there's levels to all. But I'm saying all y'all is fucked up.
Well, you
Facts
know
and
what?
love.
We all, I would say we all are fucked up, but you gotta get with the fuck up that you could deal with.
Right.
You gotta get with the fuck up that you could deal with. You know what I'm saying? Because all women crazy. They ain't all some women, all women crazy.
Right.
But get with the one you could deal with. It's like a lot of us are screwed up. But you know, it's all about with Baba Dick at the end of the day. It's all about being lovable. Can you
Right.
give and receive love? It's not always about, being right or wrong. It's about, can you just be lovable?
Right.
Can you be accessible on some level? Can you have some compassion and some empathy? That go for men and women. But you shouldn't apologize for what you said, because it's like at church, right? You go to church on Sundays or Saturdays, whatever how you acknowledge the Sabbath. Minister or preacher would say something. Y'all went to the club and y'all be doing this backsliding, and people say he talking about me. How you know about I went to the club last night and cheated on my girl? They take offense to it. It become personal. If it doesn't apply, let it fly, like Paul Mooney would say. If it doesn't apply, let it fly. So if you talking about black women, there's no need to say that to a woman that knows who she is. Well, I know who I am. I don't need to be validated by a Panel or a Ron or anybody else, because I know who I am. I know what I do for my man. I know that I love black men, and there's no need for me to try to put this, but not all black women. Just like not all black men. Like when sisters mad at black men, sister, you never gave me a chance to screw you over. So I don't take no offense to it when you on your rants and stuff like that. I mean, it's your experience dealing with black men. Ain't no need for me to clarify, oh, not all black men. No, it hurts. Like little Kim, I saw an Instagram photo of her recently. She looked kind of decent now, but she looking like a Picasso painting. And she wasn't ugly, but she said the men in her life made her felt ugly. There was abusive towards her mentally and physically. She chose these men, though. Little Kim,
Right.
you chose to be with abusive men that were not supportive of you.
Facts.
But I guess she got daddy issues, so that's another story. But this is why it's important for men to be in the lives of their daughters, to break these curses, because women need to know that they are loved by a man. Real women want the love of a man, but they got to be able to receive that love. But if they've been damaged from an early age, it's gonna be hard for them to receive that later on in life. To trust any man, let alone trust themselves, and that goes for boys turning to men dealing with women, mama issues.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I was not raised with my father. They got divorced when I was like a little baby. But my mama never talked about my father in a bad or negative or demeaning way. She always encouraged me to reach out to him to have a relationship. So my thing is, I see women that I respect and love or whatever, they talking bad about their baby daddies on Facebook.
Right.
So your kids gonna see that years later. Why are you talking bad about me? You chose to lay down with no protection.
Right.
And chose to have his seed to fruition. Why are you talking bad? It speaks to your bad choices, your poor decision-making skills, not the brother. It's your poor decision-making skills that got you in that situation, being connected to that man for the rest of your life because y'all share a child together. Women got to be held accountable. They got to hold themselves accountable for their actions and decisions. They can't blame you and I for this.
Right.
I didn't get you knocked up. Not to my knowledge. I don't know. But like even like you got people now, people talking about marriage. Marriage is funny to me. Marriage don't mean anything to a lot of people, men and women. That people don't respect their vows.
Right.
They don't. But then people got understanding. Like some people, like I don't get involved in people's relationships dynamics out there because some people like to, be in entanglements.
Right.
It ain't my business. But I might not want to be entangled with you on any level. But we just like what you're doing. Speak your truth and don't apologize for it, and let the chips fall where they may. I'm gonna shut up now. I know I talk too damn much.
Nah, hey, see, like, hey, you like I said, you preaching that hot fire. I mean, I'm just sick of it, and that's I look at women of the day also too. They're jealous of how men can move. So what I'm saying is, we have more options. We can do more things. Are they penis envy? Are they dick envy? Or do they hate men? Yes, I would say all that. But when I say I have options and I can date outside my race, it's not because I want to. It's because I have to. And I look at the condition of our women, it's not suitable. So if I'm looking for a certain class of black woman, a certain age bracket, a certain mindset, Does she know about history, whatever? You know, is she conscious?
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be hard to find. That's gonna be hard to find. And I guarantee you, other women that are of other races, it's not because they. In other words, this whole black man, white woman thing is about genetics. And what I'm saying is the white woman's getting with us because she knows her race is dying out. So you take a dominant plant and a recessive plant. That dominant plant, I mean, that recessive plant is going to give that dominant plant because it knows it's dying out so it can live through it. So that's what's going on now. But what I'm saying is these women are going to be more coachable. They're more feminine. They're gonna be more better to live with. All this kind of stuff. You ain't gonna be fighting, and it's like two men, you know, just constantly
Mm-hmm.
head fighting. And all I'm
Right.
saying is, um, I'm not gonna be doing it. You know, I do want to have if I get married or date somebody that looks like me, but if she's gonna act crazy, I got options. Just like they get options, because I guarantee you, a lot of these black women, if they could get with white men or whatever, Arab men, Hispanic men, they would do it and leave us in the fucking dust like they're doing now. But the white Arab, whatever, ain't liking them like that. But I guarantee you, me, I could go find something. I could, because I mean, it's happening
Mm-hmm.
now. But I'm trying not to because I understand this game, genetics, and the grass ain't greener everywhere you think is better.
Right.
But I'm just saying that I got options, and if I got to do something different because they fucked up, I got to do what I got to do. If y'all want to call me Brian Gumble or Coon or whatever, I'm I'm gonna be
Uh,
there. I'm gonna be
you're
there
right.
because I'm trying. You asked me about the percentage, how done. I'm at 97% now, and it's
Okay.
about to be 100. But I mean, brother Ron, much power to you. But I look
Well,
at the
it's
women.
lonely. It's lonely dealing with our people. It's a lonely existence.
Yeah,
You very much by yourself, solitary in my solitude. But yeah, I don't fault you at all, bro. Because you tried. I mean, everybody got their story. Like some of these black women, a lot of them do like the light side of the game. They like the white boys, stuff like that. I know black women I went to school with that I had, I like they end up, getting with white boys and having kids and raising a family and whatnot. But the thing about it is, they always talking about the black man doing that. There's a lot of black women that do that as well. They like to swirl. They even got a cult on YouTube, the swirlers, right?
right,
You know, they got a cult following on YouTube. These black women that say date outside the race, everybody but the black man.
right,
And the black man is one of the most admired and envied people on the planet. We black men.
right,
That's why they don't want us to be men. We a threat to this system.
right,
Because when men like us are men, then all bets are out for business as usual. Like the black women I deal with in these positions of gatekeeping power, they're afraid of me. They don't want to deal with me. I'm serious. They want to, make up fake audits and stuff, or they don't want to fix my cabinet doors right. They think that stuff is funny. I said it's not fun. I'm gonna stand up for mine.
right.
No, I'm 40 years old. I'm a man. I'm not gonna let y'all clown me. My sisters, my women. Enough is enough. I'm going to release this cracking on y'all with no disrespect, but y'all gonna have to learn that I'm a man and I ain't gonna put up with a lot of stuff I've been putting up with for most of my life from you all. Enough is enough.
Right.
But then you got some hope for me. I talk to women half my age, I'm middle age because she's young enough to be my daughter, but old enough to be my wife or girlfriend. So I'm safe. She's
Yeah.
legal. So one of these sisters asked me, she said, "Well, Ron, what can I do to attract a man? I want to get married and have kids and raise them, da da da." So you need to learn how to cook. Some of the best cooks in the world are men, but you need to have a trait like that. Make yourself a helpmate.
Right.
Be helpful. And
Right.
some of her peers said, "Well, I don't learn. I don't care about learning how to cook. I just, I said that's why a lot of them want to help kids and be by themselves for most of their lives and be
Right.
raising their kids by themselves because they don't want to submit. They don't want to be there to, create an environment for their man to have some peace of mind when he come home from work or whatever, if he's a provider, because women got it so easy. We don't have to worry about erectile dysfunction. They just lay down there, pussy be dry as Mojave. They get something out of it. Really got to worry about erectile dysfunction, police brutality, all this bullshit, high blood pressure. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Like, they don't have to worry about nothing. They can just lay there. And really, I work at the library as a cleaning crew. I found one of my people under me found, I'm a supervisor. One of my people under me found this thing called a flashlight. Not a flashlight.
Oh
It
shit!
looks like a flashlight. I never heard this thing.
The
Learn to do
pussy.
every day.
The
It's a
pussy.
flashlight. It was like a vagina.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like a flat. You know, like wow, this is where it comes to. Maybe I
Yeah.
need a flashlight. I don't want to deal with the personality, lack of. I don't want to deal with the rudeness and the attitude. Just give me that flashlight. Give me the flashlight. You know what I'm saying? Like it comes to that point where I just want that box, and that's it.
Right. Right.
You know, that mean, you know, I could just pay for the date, just want the box, and y'all can get out of here. We don't have to, you know, I don't want you to live with me. Just give me that box every now and then. Let me talk to the box. I don't want to talk to you. Let me talk to your box. That's what it's getting to right now. I mean, like, it's not even worth marrying right now. I don't see the value. If a woman ain't bringing up to the table besides her, you know, sometimes WAP, it could be a DOP. Like I said, some of these women don't know how to take care of themselves. Like a lot of older women are good at taking it. Still be like the Nile River, be overflowing with juices. But a lot of younger women not taking care of themselves like they should, which is interesting. And no, we gotta have conversations like this. People say, well, this should be held in a private. There's no privacy. They spying on us through the laptops and our cell phones, our smart TVs. There's no privacy no more. You might well just talk about and be honest about this situation.
Right.
It's getting horrible right now for a man, you know, that care about our people. So I can understand your frustration, man, because it's very lonely. We try to deal with our sisters, man, and a lot of them, you know, and it's not all on them. They got trauma they dealing with too, you know. Like, but I look at Little Kim's situation. All that f upness she did to herself is based on her choosing the wrong man to be with.
Right.
It was her choice.
Yeah.
Women always choose it, man. Like I said, your bitch chose me, right? The Mac, your bitch chose me.
That's
The pimp don't choose the bitch. The bitch choose the pimp.
Judge. I'm gonna share this article too. This ain't the one I wanted to find, but it's something like it. So hold on, let's see.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right. So we were kind of talking about this a little bit. It was an article stating that I can't find it now. But it was saying basically men shouldn't vagina, how do they say? Vagina smell, shame them or whatever. And we should just, you know, turn the other way and appreciate women and giving us their body and all this kind of shit. And you know, we can't have shit. You know, we got to accept the smelly damn vagina. We got to do this. We got to do that. We got to do this. And this is what this toxic femininity has done. You can't tell these children, and I say children, I'm talking about women, nothing. They can smell like shit. They can act like shit. They can do what they want to do. And if you do it, you're an asshole or you get no pussy, whatever it may be. But like I said, I'm gonna go look elsewhere. You know, if the people right in front of me, the women in front of me that look like me, gonna act crazy, I'm gonna sell out. I was gonna tell it right. I'm gonna sell out. I'm gonna be Brian Gumble. You know, I'm gonna be saying what I'm saying all the time, but I got to be happy because I didn't cause this shit. I didn't cause it. And y'all can say the men did it. You can say we going through this. Somebody made a comment on something the other day. I think we had a thing. It was like men stopped going to the strip club and women start stripping. That's real shit. But women like stripping. They like that power. They like that money.
Yeah.
You were talking about P Valley and all that kind of shit.
They like that. Like the attention. They love attention. They love the attention, man. Like, and also that, you know, like I said, a lot of young women are not taking care of themselves properly. I mean, you say I gotta eat out in the landfill. Like your pussy's like a landfill down there. The garbage, you know, garbage truck juice dripping out that motherfucker. Like a landfill down there, motherfucker. It's like death. It's just a valley of death down there between the legs. Talking about black woman, between her legs is heaven. That's hell down there. Hell for a player, man. Like, you know, you could be in a situation, and then like think about her diet. What's she eating for her stuff to smell like that?
Right.
Like, why are you eating for it to smell like that?
Right. You know,
then some women are nasty. Like you remember that situation with Kobe, where that woman had like the whole UN delegation down her pussy.
That's right.
You know, women having dudes back to back. I mean, it's women. You'd be surprised. It's like, I mean, what's going on, baby? Like, you know, like they got, you talk about the weed from dead people in the head. They got all that dick DNA down there. Need an exorcism from different dicks. Need an exorcism down there.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, like, why? You wonder why? Because a lot of people believe that even when, the meat we eat, it's not necessarily that meat is bad, but how they treat the animals, the cruelty. That, I mean, how they put them in claustrophobic situations, pump them while their hormones, and how they kill them. That's trauma in the meat, and it's transferring to us.
Right.
So it might be some truth there. Cause I heard women got all that stuff swimming down there in their between their legs. That affects their personality. Right. A lot of times, people, sex demons are real.
Yes.
You could take on, like, you screw with some crazy person, and sex would be crazy, crazy love. It could be good. Then you start acting like that person. What the hell going on with me? Why am I acting like this?
Right.
Because that person's pussy or dick demons possessed you.
Right.
So you're not even who you thought you was. I mean, think about all the, like I said, it's women out there. You got prostitutes that have better hygiene than some of these so-called classy ladies.
Right.
They know how to wash themselves. I'm serious. I mean, I'm being honest. These sex workers are better at taking care of their vaginas than some of these women that go to church.
Right. That's law right there. That's facts. I mean,
yeah, I mean, it is what it is. I mean, brother, run. Why you trying to be? I don't got no woman. Shit, it is what it is. But what is interesting, a lot of women, they figure this shit out, but a lot of times they be older. They figure out I messed up when I was younger, but they get older. I mean, like, if you a man and want kids, a lot of times, like, damn, she 51, she got it, but damn, she's 51.
Right.
Or she's 60. Still look good, but is it a future for me if I want a family with this woman and she got grown kids around my age?
Right.
But I like her. She cool. But because she been through all that and she woke up. But it is what it is. But you hope that maybe her daughter and stuff. Like, I went to school with people in high school. We grown now, but maybe I got a better chance with her daughter than I did with her. I know it's messed up to say that, but it is what it is. I'm middle age, right? 40. She young enough to be your daughter, but old enough to be your girlfriend or wife, whatever.
No, it ain't messed up because they fucked up. They fucked up. And I got to get Sakima on my thing too. But he was, that's what I was saying. Like, they know.
It's gonna be a great talk with y'all. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, they know what they're doing. They know what they're doing. I look at it like this, Brother Ryan, and I'm not saying. Well, I am saying. Let me stop that shit.
Yeah, go ahead. Speak your truth, man.
If the Bible said the fallen angel is the devil, or Lucifer, and we associate angels really with women, right? So really, the woman is the devil. And you had these weirdos like Brother Polite. I'm gonna call his name the other weirdo, because they're nothing but single family, mother raised agent provocateur motherfuckers, right? That came up with the slogan the woman is God, which we knew was bullshit from day one. But if you really study it and you look at what's going on, the woman is the devil. And the woman is the Matrix too. And the black woman wrote the Matrix, isn't that funny? But the woman is the Matrix. They keep us here in this fucking hellish realm. They keep us here. We come right back to this motherfucker over and over and over and over and over. We can't even get out of this fucking seal yet. And I don't want to go with that shit right now, but we can't. So they keep us down here and suffering. They the fucking devil. Real talk. And how they act. It's real. And that's why we love them so much. It feels so good. So they can keep us down here, and they blood suck off us. The succubus. And back in the day, what the women used to do back in the day, they would take our energy, recycle it, then repower us. But now the women nowadays, they just sucking the life out of us and ain't giving shit back to us. And that's all of you bitches. Real talk.
Now, it's interesting because there's a lot of people that they agree with you. Your assessment of the woman being the devil. I mean, you think about even before Eve, who was the woman? It was Lilith.
Right.
And how is she portrayed in popular cultures? Like a vampire.
Right.
Something demonic. Lilith. So people, like, instead of people getting mad or like, oh, I can't believe he said that, just research what he said. Think about it. Think about King Von and that Asian doll chick. What she say? She said, I can't be with a man unless he got 3 bodies. Allegedly, King Von killed about 3 folks up in Chicago, and he got killed. And she crying her eyes out like some Bunny and Clyde stuff. And I think she made a tribute song people got offended by or something like that. I don't know. I don't keep up with all that stuff.
I didn't hear it.
Yeah, I didn't hear it either. But like the only reason I know about King Von and all that is because my CD player broke. I had to listen to the radio when I'm driving. And sometimes I stream on Amazon Prime. I listen to the rap rotation and see who's hot right now.
Right.
I think Kevin Gates trying to audition for Hustle and Flow Part 2. I don't know what's going on with that hair. He's the son of the dude from Hustle and Flow, the son of Terrence Howard. I don't know what's going on. It's hot out here for a pimp.
Yeah, that was in your city too, man. That was in your city. That was a great movie. That was in your city.
It's a classic, but but old boy Terrence sound more like he from Nashville, Kentucky than he did from Memphis. I don't know what that's about, the accent. I'm just saying, man. But anyway, but think about Adam and Eve even. Eve was the one that tempted Adam, right? Think about John Dillinger. What happened to John Dillinger up in Chicago at the Biograph Theater or whatever, the lady in red. She wore red to tip out the FBI, and they got him. You think about Helen of Troy. You go throughout history, wars are started by women or fighting over women.
Facts.
Dudes do things to impress women, to win over women. Like I said, your bitch chose me. You know what I'm saying? Women got a lot of power. You got to think about even the feminists. They raised these white men to be brutes like this towards them. The white women raised these white boys.
Right.
So, I mean, they talk about, well, why they don't respect us? Y'all raised these men to be like this towards y'all. So it's like black women, you raise these men to be like this towards y'all, or these males.
Right.
So women have a lot of power. Like Baba Dick Gregory would say, two of the most powerful forces in American history is the black woman in the black church. Black woman controls the black church.
Right.
She support the pastor. He's talking about the preacher pimp. The pimp don't got as much control as the women that allow him to operate.
Right.
The women submit to the pimp, whatever that pimp may be. Like even when black women gatekeeping in certain organizations, they submit to the master.
Right.
Can't serve but one master. So that means you don't respect your man, you gotta serve that white boss. That's your man. Can't have but one master. So women choose already. And black men, we at the bottom of the pecking order.
Yeah.
It is what it is, and people can take it for what they want. Like I said, we buy ourselves. I'm single, whatever. It is what it is. I like my peace of mind at home. I really do. You know what I'm saying? I'm okay with being a monk. Okay, I'm okay with it for right now. I'm good. I can meditate. All that stuff. I'm good. What I'm saying is, you got brothers talking about toxic masculinity, yet they're afraid to speak their mind to their woman.
Facts.
That's toxic masculinity when you afraid to be a man. That's real toxic masculinity. You afraid to be masculine. You masculine phobic or something. I don't know.
Yeah, a lot of black men are scared of black women.
They are. I used to be scared of that. I said enough is known. 40 years old now. I don't give a damn. So you think, oh, I gotta be this way, I'll get some pussy. I ain't getting no pussy. And I was kind and considerate, open doors and all that stuff. Since I ain't getting none out of it, I'm just gonna be myself.
Dang.
If I'm not getting, and I'm not complaining, people are like, oh, brother, Ron, with the way you talk is, now I'm good. I'm good because if you can't, it's like I was trying to talk to a woman, and she all right, she's good looking, she's about a little bit old, might in her 40s, early 40s, but she got kids by multiple baby dads. I'm not judging on that. She's actually very smart, but her problem is when she want to talk to me, she won't let me talk.
Damn.
Like she'll ask me a question, right? And I try to answer. Then she cut me out and start run.
Damn.
Because she got all them demon dicks.
That's what happened to the other girl I was talking to, black, by the way. Just like that. And a lot of them I don't mean to cut you off, but
no, this is good. You ain't coming. I talk too much anyway. Go ahead.
No, it was the same fucking thing. It was like, and this ain't the first time. This has been like the billionth time with black women. It's like we'll talk about a subject.
Yeah.
She says her fucking 5-hour rant, and then she'll say something, and I'll be like, all right, let me get a piece in. And then she'll talk over me. And then she'll talk louder. And then I'll keep it at a certain level. Then she'll talk louder. And I'm like, if I was white, she would bow down to me. And that's a fucking issue we got to examine right there. And black women don't like it. I'm gonna be real talk. These women in this generation, unless we fucking throwing money on their ass, fucking making it rain, or we killing niggas, or I got $1 billion, or I'm in rap videos with my gold teeth and all that dumb nigga shit, they don't like you. If you're sitting there talking about, because I was trying to talk to her about history and all this kind of shit. She don't give a fuck about that. And this is an educated black woman.
You
know
yeah, I know those types. Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
Indoctrinated black woman. That's what she was.
And it's like you can't do shit with them. They are automaton robot for white supremacy, and that's the real white supremacist. I'm saying that. That's the real goddamn white supremacist right there. That's the real lapdog. I ain't mean to cut you off what you're saying.
No, you're not even cutting me off. We having a conversation. But I'm saying like you adding to it. Whereas like when a black woman asks you a question, it's not really about you or what you think. It's about her. Not all black women. Slip for this slip. But they like I was trying to talk to the sister, right? It's all about her. Everything is about her biography. She took me the whole bio. Not just her, several women I tried to talk to or talk. It's all about them. They don't care about you, really. It's like you an afterthought if you thought of it all. Why ask me a question? I mean, it's no, my God. Now that I think about it, there's a lot of them that do that.
I'm trying
I can't say, it's hard to say not all black women, but shit. Even I met a gorgeous black woman, beautiful. I mean, my God, she used to be a model, legs for days. Gave me her number. I don't know why, because when I called her, it's all about her.
Right.
It's about an hour, 2 hours. Oh my God, you ain't gonna even act. You're not even interested. I could be a serial killer. You don't know nothing about me. You don't know my favorite color or favorite food. You ain't ask me nothing. It's like blah 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 blase blase blase, and she's assumed because she's so-called woke and she's politically aware that she's sacrificing herself for the good of the community. Nah, the good of the community, you shut up and let me screw you and have some babies and settle down. That'll be for the good of the community. But you think about talking, you tease dudes because you good looking and you just want to talk about yourself and about some BS you can't control.
Right.
I don't want to deal with no one. I don't care how good looking she is. Don't talk about like the personality and can you be lovable?
Right.
A lot of these women don't want to be lovable.
Facts. Facts.
Damn, they just talk. I mean, I can give you several examples, brother.
Hell yeah.
Brother Coolicc. I like, damn, I can't. Damn, this is not an anomaly.
Right.
This is the rule. This is normal.
Every black bitch out there dog dudes it's like that. Real talk. Not one little rare. I mean, it's been like that. And I'm like, there's gotta be something mentally there that's fucked up in them. It's gotta be. And then I think somebody, I know you say, brother, don't worry about the comments, but it's funny. P. Parker said, I think I'll lead. This is a one-sided story. It's not one-sided. We're just speaking the truth of your mental or y'all's mental disorder that y'all don't want to change. But if I was a white male, or if I was Spanish, or if I was an Arab motherfucker, y'all black women listen to me. And that's another thing. Y'all will listen to me. You will respect. But this is a nigga boy with some brown skin talking. You don't give a fuck about me. Well, y'all ain't gonna listen to that. We still in fucking slavery right now. We're still on Masa's plantation. And I'm off that bitch. You want to stay in the house fucking sucking his dick. That's what you want to do. And not saying to you, P. Parker, but I'm saying black women in general. They want to stay on the plantation. I's a free nigga.
I mean, think about our women vote for Democrat all the time for the most part.
Yeah.
They go with they for Emily's list, Planned Parenthood. A lot of so-called black women political leaders. They take money from Emily's list. They support Planned Parenthood. They worse than the Klan. Like you said, some of the biggest white supremacists are black women.
Facts.
It is what it is. Like, oh, brother, Ron, you gonna be conscious. Well, I'm not getting no pee consciously. When I'm awake, I'm not getting no pee. You know what I'm saying? But it's not about that. But I'm saying we just speaking our truths. And like, this is us talking. I respect anybody with a point of view. I invite women on. And I will have women on to talk about their point of view on this situation. They'll reach out to me. And I think we got to be honest. To be honest about how you feel and what you think about is to show respect to people. Even the people that you may have an issue with. We being honest about how we feel and what we think. And it's not about being liked, it's about being respected. And then if we could have an honest dialogue, we could probably get to the point where we could love each other better, love ourselves, and be lovable. But this got to stop. This can't keep on going this way because we will be extinct if we can't get along and love how they appreciate each other in our real form. Somebody said I was in middle age. Hell, I don't know, man. Like, as a black man, you know what I'm saying? They hard on black men in the system, man.
Yeah.
But our women, it's something to be said, they selling us out. And our men, or males need to man up. You know what I'm saying? Stop hating your daddy. It's the reason why he ran away from your mom. Stop hating your daddy.
Yeah, that's the harsh reality.
Yeah, and don't hate your mom, because if she didn't get with your no good daddy, you wouldn't be here. So
Right.
you shouldn't hate nobody. You should try to get to a point of understanding.
Right.
Because like we just try to understand, because like there's a lot of good brothers out here that are not reproducing. They're not continuing good righteous bloodlines.
Mm-hmm.
And we need to have a certain type of black people in order to excel at a certain level. You think about a lot of our great black people like Paul Robeson. Both his mom and dad came from great backgrounds. Bloodlines matter. Black bloodlines do matter. So like, the brother say he's trying to hold on and find a sister to keep the bloodline going. Because we need more brothers like him out there. We need him to be procreating and reproducing himself out there so we can keep our family unit strong. Because we need more brothers. We need more women that know that they are loved by brothers, that they got their love from their father. Get that early on. But I'm saying we got to be honest about the state of affairs as we see them right now.
Very honest. Very. Now I'm always gonna be honest, and I just want to keep saying this to y'all. Brother Ronnie saying this, but I got options. I got options. If y'all keep fucking up, I'm gonna hi guys. I'm gonna switch up on all you motherfuckers. I'm disgusted. I'm disgusted. And another thing too, we got to talk about is how the grandmother, the great grandmother, and the mothers put this evil spirit, this evil Jezebel spirit within these women of the day. That's who's causing the ruckus too. You know what I'm saying? They are putting the battery in their back to be a feminist, to hate men, to use men, to misguide men, to hate men. And we got to talk about why they are like that. You got old ass women out here that are evil and miserable and ignorant and still don't get it. They could be 70, 60, 80, 90 and still are evil entities that ain't got it yet. And then they birth their daughter, then they have another daughter. So then we got to deal with the shit, and the shit just keeps rolling and continuing and rolling. And if the man is in their life, the man is a little bitch. His back is folded, his balls is up in his ass. He ain't got his own lane. He's a little bitch. He's ignorant. And he's sucking her ass the whole fucking time, whether he's a breadwinner or not. So we got to talk about why does some of our women or all of our women want to treat us like that? That's the real massa right there.
Only man, like I said, you want to serve one master. And the only man who is respected as a man in this system is the white man. He's the real patriarch. So let's go back to slavery days. But it's like generational curses are real. Somebody says it's a one side of the conversation. No, it's our side of the conversation.
Right.
We welcome other people to have this dialogue from different sides of the conversation, but this side needs to be heard and amplified because we don't have that. I don't see no so-called popular mainstream spaces that are addressing some of the issues that we're addressing in this podcast that needs to be addressed.
Right.
Not even in the black church, this stuff is being addressed. Because it's not about, healing people right now. But we got to know that there is a problem before we can even start about healing or coming together. We got to acknowledge the symptoms and the root causes of the problem. So this is what we're doing. And it is frustrating. A lot of black women have got to claim responsibility for the situation right now that we're in, because you are the first teacher of the child. You are the teacher of the child. The mother is. So you got, look at the school system. Like people say, well, I never had a black male teacher. I remember years ago, I tried to get into the school system, try to get my interview. They don't want certain brothers in the system teaching our kids. They don't want brothers like me teaching. And all this stuff y'all learn on these podcast shows that we do, they don't want nobody like me in the classroom.
Right.
I could be the gym teacher. I could be the hall monitor. But I can't be the teacher to put something on our kids' minds. I can't be the thought provocateur. So this is where we at. They don't want brothers like that. And you look at why the kids are failing now, because of the so-called matriarchy in education has failed the kids.
Right. Right. And that's the reason why they got all them LBGT people up in there. They got all the white women up in there. And then you have, this is what I don't like.
Who are afraid of our children. The white women are afraid of our children, especially the black males.
Facts.
They like Curlin Bryan, and our black males are Emmett Till.
Right.
Don't have a chance.
And you know, we're exposed. We're on the front line. About black men, we're on the front line, exposed, and we got bullets. We got all kinds of unknown enemies and weapons. You know, trying to rid us, and they need to understand it. They really need to do. And it just comes back to respect. If your women don't respect you, admire you, and love you, we're not gonna do nothing. That's what I was talking about with Sakima the other day and other people. It's like we can only go so far. You know, we can be very metaphysical. We can talk about the sun, the moon. You know, I can do all that. But if the womb is evil and fucked up and satanic, and we come through that motherfucker. And like you just said, they're the first teacher. We're not going to be able to do anything. That's why I'm looking at different options. And I know I keep saying that, but I mean, what am I supposed to do? Just sit here and beat off to some porno or something? No, porno. I don't even like beating off. And porno is just it got boring at an early age. It got boring in college. I don't like beating off. That's disrespectful too. I'm a man of my caliber, as handsome as I am, and handsome as Brother Ron. We should have women, and as knowledgeable as we is, women at their knees crawling to us every 5 seconds.
I would love that. That's heaven to me, I think. I don't have to die to go together. I don't have to die. No, you know. Yeah. Nah, you making some interesting points, brother. Because I think it is fascinating the state of affairs we find. Everything's upside down right now.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's ever gonna be right side up. If it ever was.
Well, this is why you have Charlita and Becky and other people. I keep saying it, but I mean, I'm gonna go with a bang. I ain't gonna sit down here and twiddle my thumbs and say, "Oh, the black woman comes." I ain't gonna do nothing. No, I got to spread the loins, as they say. I can't worry about these dumb nigga bitches. I'm gonna say it just like that. I can't. I'm done.
I mean, you speaking your truth, but I mean, like brother Shakima, you should definitely have him on your show because I believe he said he had 4 daughters he raised.
Okay.
So I mean, maybe we got hope still. Maybe there's some sisters out there raised like, you know, if a black woman is gonna be God and she know how to treat the black woman, she a goddess. If she gonna be goddess and not treat the black man like a god, then we might have some hope. But it'd be interesting to see his point of view on your platform because it'd be like, you know, a lot of people didn't agree with him. I ain't gonna say a lot, but some people in the chat yesterday didn't agree with his assessment, and they were agreeing with you.
Right.
You speak for a certain demographic out there that needs to be heard, a certain demographic of black man that needs to be heard.
Yeah, because for years I've heard the black woman is God and all this kind of shit. Even when some of my favorite people I listened to had repeated that rhetoric, I just couldn't get with it. I can understand the fact that she was powerful, what's the other word? She was the embodiment of something great and all that kind of stuff. But I looked at the condition, especially in my age group, and I was like, how? Now she's the devil. We talking some real shit. Because really the devil is God. I mean, we want to go real deep. We can do some weirdo shit. But all this, she's great and this, that, and the third, and not holding her accountable. I got tired of that shit. And then these brother police and these young fagos and all these people started coming out and all this with his, and he's still talking about this woman is God shit. But see, that benefits his
he got a large woman following, probably. Yeah. I know even some older black women, I'm surprised, listen to him. Like they like conservative types, they like him.
Right.
Young,
but see,
what you talking about?
Fits his backbone. I'm saying this, brother Ron ain't saying this. That nigga sound like a black woman. I mean, his voice and everything. I mean, he says some good stuff. I've listened to it, but at the end of the day, that's another single mother raised weirdo. Let's be 100.
You talking about who you talking about?
Young Pharaoh. That's what I'm talking
about. You know what's funny? That same black woman said that if she was a man, she'll be young Pharaoh. And she's a conservative type of woman.
Right. Well, he sounds like a black woman. He sounds like one. I mean, if you close, he sounds like a dyke. He sounds like one of them Chicago or New York East Coast dykes. That's what he sounds like when you break it down. If you didn't see the picture of the damn fool, you'd be like, damn, that's a black woman. That's a damn dyke, lesbian black woman.
I believe he's married, right, with children. He got a black woman.
I guess I don't know. I started recently listening to his stuff because he was talking about the Trump and all this kind of stuff. But I mean, you know, he was talking about the woman. People talk about all this masculinity and they gonna do this and do that. At the end of the day, you got to treat your brothers with respect. You have to be loyal. You can't lie. If you say I don't like you, I don't like you. You got to state why it is. You got to have conversations like that. And this is another thing we as men we don't do. We're not masculine or fair enough to talk to each other in our face on this media and say, "Hey, man, I'm having an issue with you," either behind closed door or on spot. And I can do that with anybody. But all this shit I'm about, they're gonna shoot somebody, a fight, and all these crazy stories they talk about. It's not factual. It's not factual because we don't have to do that. Men only go to war when it's needed. But when it's behind a woman or some ignorant because your shoes look better, whatever the hell it is, we got to stop that shit. And that's part of this toxic femininity because we've been raised by black women or women.
Yeah, we were very much in our emotions. Like, you know, even me being raised by a black woman, as I get older, I had to learn how to, you know, you got to pull back on emotions, man. Keep them in check. But that stuff gets you killed quicker than anything.
Yeah.
Being emotional.
Yeah.
Or overly emotional.
Yeah, we all have
your judgment.
You all have feelings. I mean, I get it. But me, want to go fight somebody because I don't know, they said my gray shirt was dingy or something like that. I'm gonna go kill this nigga, whatever it may be. That's black female nature. That's demonic black female nature. Real talk.
You know, a lot of people talk about but you gonna give no fucks, right? Pull no punches.
No. I'm because I'm gonna say this too. And this ain't this. I'm very concerned because I look at your platform and mine, and then when I had the Instagram that had 13,000 people, and I was, you know, had a little platform, whatever. My shit was constantly getting flagged. It was constantly getting taken down. All kinds of shit. But I look at these people that are saying the woman is God or saying this shit, and then they're saying they're conscious, and they got 1 million followers or 500,000 followers, and nothing happens to this shit. I ask, what's really going on?
Yeah.
Because when Dr. Phil Valentine, I'm talking for years, I know him. I know his work.
Yeah, you did a great job interviewing him as well too. I really enjoyed that.
Everything he's done, his shit has been censored. They've always tried to silence him because that's a real person. But motherfuckers is talking all this shit, cussing every 5 seconds, saying all this stuff, and nothing happens. I asked the question like, who you really working for?
It's something to think about, you know. But yeah, you know, like people talk about this code. That's why I ask people, what is the real black code? Yeah, everybody talking about get on code, stay on code. They can never articulate what that means really. And some of the people like, it's funny how some of the people that people are very popular that people like, they got very feminine qualities sometimes. You know, it's like some of the black men that are very popular in the social media sphere.
Right.
They got some feminine traits. They like the name call. They like to do things. It's like, okay, I know this person got a female and he got, you know, kids, whatever, but it's like, it's interesting how something that his energy comes out sometimes.
Right.
You know, it's like it's like some of these guys. I mean, you know, I'm not questioning their manhood, but I'm saying like my platform is it got a huge male following.
Right.
You know, I got some women supporters out there, but I'm looking at the analytics. If I trust the analytics on my, you know, YouTube, whatever, a lot of men follow my site or my platform more so than men. I can tell that, but the women are the real consumers, though.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying? Like, look at the church. The church is existing because of women. They support the church more than they men. A lot of times, men do things just to get women. They'll buy this, they'll support that because of that woman, or they're trying to impress a woman. So it is interesting to me. I look at a lot of the popular people. They do a lot of talking. I don't like to talk about threats. You know what I'm saying? If I can't do it, I ain't gonna talk about it.
Right.
But if I do it, I don't want to talk about it. I'm not gonna leave no paper trail. I'm not trying to catch no charges.
Right.
You know, like these rappers, they rapping about their gang affiliation. See, what I think is funny, like these guys get caught up in the feds, but Frank Sinatra could take pictures with Carlo Gambino, who didn't have no American citizenship, one of the most powerful mob bosses in the country. He can take pictures with Carlo Gambino, and nothing happens to Frank Sinatra.
Right.
He associated with mobsters all day long, photos with all these guys. And nothing happens. A rapper can rap about, shout out to a black organized crime figure, or they can rap a gang anthem. They get put in jail forever. Look at Bobby Shmurda. He in jail for, he supposed to been out of jail.
Right.
And you look at Tekashi 6ix9ine. He out of jail. Doing his thing, but the folks around him, the so-called hitters, they in prison for a long, long time doing football numbers.
Right.
So there is interest in this reality for black people. But I'm saying, especially black men. We can't organize. We can't be assertive. We can't be masculine. If we do those things, we're a threat, and we won't be allowed to live into our prime.
Right. Right.
I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, but I just I'm just, riffing off what you saying, bro. I just
you probably got
I don't know how to self-edit.
You probably got a van outside your house. Me too.
I already know all that.
Fucking with the brain and shit.
Yeah, I know. Like women, I had women. I'm a black Trump supporter, and she's a female. I said, "You too good to be true. You vote for Trump, and you're a black woman,
right?
And you got a good job. And why you want to talk to me?" I'm like, are you real? Did the Fed send you? If they did, I don't care. I said, thank you, God. I'm gonna give me some WAP and keep it moving. She was an agent. I don't care. Agent of giving me some WAP. She was a WAP agent.
Yeah, but then you enter to that damn pussy, and that shit blow your shit off. So you be like,
it is what it is, right? I died on the battlefield. Don't put me in the memorial and shit. Brother, make all these YouTube videos. Brother, run. Oh, we lost a real one. Oh, that's it. Brother Ron was an agent. That's why they got it.
Damn. Yeah, I mean,
you know how people be thinking on social media. It's funny how people are so weird because we've been so programmed.
Well, I have my opinions. I have my opinions, like I said, who are the agents and all that. I named two of them damn fools and shit. Because what I'm gonna say is, if you a black male, I'm saying this. If you a black male saying the woman's God, you a fucking agent. Real talk. If you saying some dumb, weak nigga shit like that, you're a fucking agent. Especially if you making all this money, you got all these followers, and you saying all kinds of threats and shit, and your shit ain't get taken down yet. This is my 4th or 3rd YouTube page.
Really?
And I ain't got no big following. So and then when I had, like I said, I had the little Instagram that had 12,000 followers, really ain't shit. But every damn Tuesday, I couldn't do nothing on that damn thing. So how the fuck are these people doing this? This is my point. This ain't hate enough. How are they doing this? And then they preaching this bullshit. I gotta ask the question: who you working for? That's a legitimate question.
I mean, yeah, definitely.
What are you gonna say?
No, I said I agree with you. I mean, you gotta ask those questions. I don't think no questions are off limits. I don't think no
because brother Ron, you, because I know you and I know your history and how your channel. I followed you. I told you I followed you a long time. Your shit should have 500,000 or 1 million followers. All the time and work and people you interviewed and the journalism and the respect and all that.
I appreciate. Thank you. Yeah.
I don't know why.
They unsubscribing a lot of people now as we speak. And I don't know what's going on. We're making all this content. People say, "Oh, I love it," but I keep on getting all these people unsubscribing. It's interesting.
Yeah, I that's what I'm saying. Something to me, we got to be real. We got to put the math together. Something's going on. Something's going on. Something is really going on. And I think there's a lot of agent provocateurs out here that are claiming they're this. And you got people like the chat. Look at the chat yesterday. Oh, let's talk about this. Like we were doing a part 2, and there was some people talking about Coolicc. What the hell were they saying? I owe them money and shit. I mean, who the fuck is this?
You read your chats, man.
Yeah, and I'm sitting there looking at it, and it's an avatar, and I'm like, I don't owe anybody money except the college, because I got that what do you call that shit when you debt in college, whatever?
Yeah, student loan debt.
Student loan. Oh, that bullshit something. But I'm seeing all this shit. I'm like, what the fuck? So I mean, these people are fucking Mossad, Nazi Zionists. These
it's not Chinese bots. Yeah,
Chinese bot farms and all that weirdo shit.
Oh, yeah.
So I just, we're stating the real. And real talk, I'm gonna say this too. I'm gonna get off this shit. When I go to other people's channels when they do a live on who I'm talking about, I don't see them bots like that. That's concerning if you think about it. That's really fucking concerning. But
I mean, people should be thinking at all times, and a lot of times people think thinking is a sin for some reason. It's about to be illegal what they're making going with big tech, these Gestapo tactics in social media.
Right.
And I think everybody have a right to be heard. I mean, I believe in First Amendment. I don't believe in no censorship. That's why a lot of times I don't censor anybody in my chat room. You know, I know they trolls and stuff. Let them be. I mean, if they get more eyes on what we're saying, then by all means, hey, go ahead, troll. And I reserve the right to get down there with them and call them out for being trolls and for
Right.
being disrespectful. But I don't take it personal. Cause I'm used to being called names all my life. You know what I'm saying? You develop a thick skin doing this type of work that we're doing. And even talking about the stuff that we're talking about, it may be unpopular, but it needs to be considered, you know, because especially if the person that's doing the talking or delivering the message is being sincere about how they feel about a situation. In this case, our women and the state of Black affairs,
Right.
you know, because this won't be talked about by Wolf Blitzer or
No.
Lou Dobbs or anybody else y'all like to listen to.
Van Jones.
Oh man, it's man, Joe,
Roland
crime,
Martin.
roll over, Martin. Yeah, them guys ain't gonna talk about it, you know, because they are working for somebody else's agenda. It's not for the Black family.
That's right. And that's how they want to see black men. Fucking
Mm.
deaf, dumb, and blind on their knees, gay, homosexual, balls in the ass, just defeated. They want black men defeated.
Yes, they do want us defeated. You right? Yes, sir.
Brother Ron, I want to thank you for coming on my platform again, discussing this, I guess, hard subject for some people to do. Um,
It is what it is.
you know, I think I get 323 subscribers right now. They might lose or whatever, but all I'm saying is the universe, I care about the next generation of girls and boys. I want them to love each other. I want them to be
Mhm.
balanced. I want to understand their roles because women have roles and men have roles. Nobody's better than each other. I'm not saying that. We are equal. But as a black race, for us to live upon each other in harmony, we have to get together and love each other again. And not getting with all this European feminism and killing each
Mhm.
other and going to the strip club and disrespecting women, disrespecting men, we have to stop. And we're trying to heal. As black men, it is time for us to heal. As women, our black women, it's time for y'all to heal. Brother
Mhm.
Ron, can you leave your where they can find you on social medias and all such things like that?
Oh yes, sir. It's an honor to be on this show, man. You doing a great job of getting your truth out there, and you'll be surprised at how many people actually agree with you. You find me on YouTube for the moment at We All Be TV, one word, and I'm on Twitter at We All Be, and on Instagram at R2C2H2. So I thank you for this time, man. This time went by pretty fast, man. But I'm looking
Yeah.
forward to hearing the feedback or reading the feedback, rather. Hearing and reading, because people gonna be calling me.
Yeah, yeah. Well, why you with that? Why you with that nigga? You know, or whatever. You
I
know.
mean, I respect. Look, we need brothers like you out here because you represent people that ain't being heard. That's been marginalized and made invisible for whatever reason. We need to hear this point of view because women need to have an honest point of view. You being honest, and there's still some hope. You said you 97% on the way out, but that 3%. He's
Right.
talking to that 3%.
Right.
Reach out to this brother. Let him know that you exist, that you love black men, that you are not that you don't have a problem submitting to a brother that's right and got his stuff together. Reach out to brother Coolicc. Reach out to him and let him
Right.
know you exist. And like I said, look, I told the black women that vote for Trump, I may not be y'all cup of tea, but y'all can reach out to me. I had women reach out to me, or even if they didn't vote for Trump or Biden, they didn't vote at all, but they respect me as a black man because they know that I love black people. In spite of my rhetoric and all the way I talk, how I express myself, they know that this brother cares because it's like you listen to a person's voice and the vibrations and the frequencies. It's like the music, like the sister said, that music made them twerk down in Dallas. There's something to that. We're being programmed right now as we speak. You know, this MK Ultra stuff, the social media, how we treat each other, the music, all this stuff is a way to program us to promote a certain agenda that we're not even aware of. We're all agents and maturing candidates, potential maturing candidates. Well, I'm saying we got to put a glitch in the matrix. We got to break the matrix and escape from this plantation and create our own reality. And it starts with us being honest and sharing our life experiences, whether good, bad, or ugly, and let the chips fall where they may. Not trying to be likable, but get to a point where we can actually be lovable. In spite of our flaws and shortcomings, you can still find, oh man, he or she has redeeming qualities that is worth amplifying and receiving in love and giving it back out. So I want to thank you, brother Coolicc, for letting me on this platform to amplify some of these messages and things.
Thank you very much. And this is the therapy session. Anytime we want to
It
say what
is.
we got to say, come here. Have a good rest of the week, Brother Ron, and see you soon.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Bless you.
But
One love.
Hey, everybody, this is Brother Ron. I am asking you all to do me a big favor. Think about supporting the We All Be movement. Your donation is tax deductible. The We All Be Group Incorporated is a recognized 501c3. And I'm just asking you all because I want to keep on bringing y'all quality work through the way that I know how to do best. And I'm going to sing my praises and toot my horn. A lot of y'all were not hip to Dick Gregory until Brother Ron brought him on the We All Be platform, until that Django review we did. Y'all seen another side of Judge Joe Brown, and Judge Joe Brown's message has been amplified. But it was We All Be that brought Judge Joe Brown to y'all back in 2014. And so many others. And we covered so many things. So help us out so we can help you all. Peace.